Welcome to the Bobby Drew Show. I'm your host, Bobby Drew, and I got the crew. I got Dave over here. I got Brian over there. And until next year, Dave, you're the ESPN bracket tournament challenge, whatever you want to call it, champion.
That's right.
You get to put champ as your last name. And Brian,
I'm going to write it in.
It's been 2 weeks. We got so much going on right now. Our brains are filled with knowledge. Our brains are filled with events. But first, Brian, congratulations on the UConn Huskies. They repeated, they two-peated it. National champions once again.
Yep.
Brian, how does that make you feel? Walk us through what you were feeling on that night.
What I was feeling on that night was supreme confidence because I just knew they were going to win because, like I had said, Zach Edey cannot beat UConn alone. Zach Edey had a great game numbers-wise, but he couldn't do it alone. He had 37 points, but he took 25 shots to get those. Then Braden Smith had 12 points, and the rest of the team had 11. So that's not a recipe for winning against UConn, who just has 5-6 people score double figures. And they just totally dominated Purdue in every way, shape, or form. Purdue shot their worst three-point percentage of the year. They were number 2 in the country. They went 1 for 7. They had 8 total assists in the game by one player. They scored the fewest amount of points that they scored all year in the championship game. And like I told my comrades here, and I basically told anybody that listened, UConn was going to dominate. They were going to win. Zach Edey was winded. He was exhausted. All I heard is Zach Edey, he's so big. Donovan Clingan has no chance, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's not just Donovan Clingan. It was Samson Johnson that came in. And that boy was skywalking on Edey, and he had no idea how to stop him because Samson Johnson's 7 feet tall, and he can jump out of the gym. Zach Edey was looking behind him, and Johnson was already past him. 75-60 in a national championship game. That was, and normally UConn will go on like a 15-0 run, 20-0 run. Illinois fans, a 30-0 run. But this time they didn't. They did a lot of like 9-1 runs, 8-0 runs. Then they just traded baskets here and there. But like I said, Purdue just didn't have enough. They weren't going to have enough. The scores that we predicted were pretty good. I mean, I predicted UConn to win by 15, which they won by 15, but I had them win them 83-68. Dave figured they were just going to totally dominate, and he was right. He picked UConn. He had an 86-62, and then Bobby, because he had to be different, picked Purdue to score 76 points. Now, if they would have scored 76 points, they would have won by 1. But he had them winning 76-72, and we know that didn't happen. No. So I did pick UConn to win by 15. I just got the numbers wrong. And they did repeat, and it matters. They now have 6 national championships. There are 3 schools now that have more. There's UCLA, there's Kentucky, and no, there's not 3 more. They are tied with North Carolina with 6. So they have 6, Kentucky has 8, and UCLA has 11. Now, the great news for all you UConn haters out there, UConn's about to three-peat. Well, how can you say that, Brian? Because their whole entire team went to the NBA draft. Well, let's see. They literally have a transfer portal, and they are getting Liam McNeely, they're getting Aiden Mahaney, and they're getting Terrace Reed Jr. Look their names up. Just look them up. And then they have the number 9 recruiting class, which, in terms of anything, that doesn't really matter. They still have Solomon Ball. They still have Samson Johnson. They still have Jalen Stewart. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And like I told everybody, Bobby Hurley cared because when they get into the tournament next year, the first and second rounds are played in Providence. Does anybody know where Bobby Hurley played college basketball? Take a guess. If it's played in Providence, where do you think he played basketball?
Rhode Island.
Well, Providence. Yeah, he played for Providence.
UConn.
Yeah.
Hey.
Then the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 is in New Jersey. Does anybody know what state Bobby Hurley was born in?
New Jersey.
There you go. And
That's
then
right.
the championship is played in Texas, and he loves him some Texas.
Yeah.
So not only did I know that because Bobby Hurley said that, he said that less than 12 hours after winning the national championship. You want to talk about a coach that's ready? And you want to talk about kids that want to go play in UConn? There hasn't been a three-peat since UCLA in the 70s. We're in 2024, folks. Going to be 2025. Okay, they are one unbelievable program. They are the basketball capital of the world. The women have 11 titles. The men have 6. Storrs, Connecticut, small little town. Not much going on there, but this. And here's a little tidbit, too. The UConn women have a real good shot to win the title also. They did this back in 04 where the men and the women won. If they do it in 2025, it will be unprecedented for a school to do it twice.
Well, now that Caitlin Clark is gone out of the NCAA, now they have a chance.
Well, no, it's South Carolina. South Carolina was the problem.
Listen, in the coming seasons, there's 2 franchises that are going to three-peat, and it's UConn. Because we know, Brian, we don't even need to look it up because I trust you.
Thanks,
I know the information on UConn. They go deep on the bench. They don't even need. They've got how many guys are on a team?
15.
They're all starters. Okay, they just can't all start. They only start 5 at a time.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
but they got 15 starters,
Yep.
and they're going to have the same thing next year. And then over on the NFL, listen, the Chiefs are going to three-peat.
Wow.
It's going to happen.
You heard we got to write that down.
Dave, write it down.
We're keeping receipts.
Dave,
today is April 29th, 2024, 7:26 p.m.
The Chiefs are going to three-peat?
Along with UConn.
Same year. That would be crazy.
I mean, all right. I don't think it's going to happen, but all right.
Listen, don't be a hater.
I'm not. The only thing, they could happen, but the problem is if Joe Burrow's healthy, Patrick Mahomes can't beat Joe Burrow. He can't. That's his kryptonite.
Also, the Chiefs are not going to go to the Super Bowl.
I don't think so.
When was the last time Joe Burrow was healthy through the whole season?
Oh my gosh. It was a year. He had one bad season.
Not last year, but the year before when he went to the Super Bowl. When he went
to get this guy off the show.
And did he win?
Yeah. No.
And who'd he lose to?
The Rams.
You didn't know that, Dave.
You didn't know. You know why? Because it was that unimportant in my life. It wasn't even memorable.
He thought he was thinking it was going to be the Chiefs, but do you realize you can't have 2 AFC teams?
I know, but that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
All right, move on. Bonehead.
Anyways, we're gonna talk about the NFL in just a few minutes. Oh man.
Oh, real quick before we move on, just one more time and I'll let it go. UConn. UConn. Woo! All right, I'm good.
Dave, we have to get you a shirt for next March Madness. We got to have you a UConn shirt so you can be an official UConn fan.
Yeah.
So we'll work on that. But in the meantime, there's a lot of other things going on in sports. I mean, I feel like the 2 weeks that we missed, I feel like there was just a lot that happened. A lot went down. But then now when you begin to think about it, it's like, I don't know. Did a lot happen? Yes, it really did. I mean, the MLB is still going on. The Rays aren't doing too hot right now. Every game I've gone to, they've lost. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going until they win. But, I mean, I enjoy baseball. I don't know. Every time baseball season rolls around, man, I love baseball. And I think it really takes somebody, like people say, oh, baseball is boring. But if you really understand the game, man, when it's even it doesn't have to be the 9th inning. If it's the 7th inning, a tie game, and you got a runner on second, there's 2 outs, all you need is a nice dinger right to the middle of the field, right through the gap, bring that guy home. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I live for. But we're not going to talk about baseball because there's other important things to talk about. But before we move, no, not now. Oh, yes, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin won. Let's give Denny Hamlin a hand clap.
Good job. Good job, Denny.
I don't clap.
Go, Denny.
NASCAR's over.
Yeah, we'll move on from NASCAR. But before we go on from the MLB, Brian, how are the Red Sox doing?
They are pleasantly surprising at 16-13 because they have 15 people on the IL. 3 of their starting pitchers are on the IL, and they actually have, I think now it's the number 2 ERA of all starters in the MLB. They have a pitching coach, Andrew Bailey, who's a World Series champ with the Red Sox. He's phenomenal. I'm very surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised the Red Sox are actually doing this good. You know, because they do. I mean, they have a lot of injury stories out for the year. Starting shortstop gone. Tristan Cassis fractured a rib. I don't know what he was doing. Coughing. He's gone. You know, and let's see, Bayo, their number 1 starter, he got hurt.
Gone.
Netta got hurt. Garrett Whitlock got hurt.
Gone.
Yeah. But yeah, here they are, way better than the Rays. They're better than the Blue Jays. They're only 2 games behind the Orioles, 2.5 or something, 3 behind the Queens. You know, so they're right in it. I'm pleasantly surprised.
They put up 17 runs against the Cubs this weekend.
Yep, 17-0 on Saturday.
That's crazy.
Yep. Walked it off last night. Yep.
That is crazy. I'm actually surprised that the Rays even have 13 wins. The way they're swinging the bat and the way that they are pitching right now, oh man, it is just it. It's amazing that we're at where we're at because the Marlins have 6 wins. I think the White Sox
now have 6 because of the Rays
because they swept the Rays. Oh my Lord! I saw that.
The Rays can be that terrible because their City Connect jerseys are fire. Their City Connect jerseys are the best in baseball. They're incredible.
They look.
I'm not even a Rays fan, and I might even like. No, I wouldn't wear one. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't wear one, but they're pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. But that's baseball. Once NBA ends, I forgot NHL's going on too. Doesn't the Lightning play tonight?
They're brink of elimination again. They're down 3-1 to the Panthers.
Yep. So NHL play. I mean, there's a lot going on in the sports world. You got NBA playoffs happening. You got the NHL playoffs happening. We just had the NBA draft. MLB season still in the early stages, but that's happening. You got Denny Hamlin winning NASCAR races. I mean, let's not forget the new sport, the UFL. Well, it's football. It's not a new sport, but it kind of is, I guess. But we're going to get into all that. But we do have a special guest because we're going to talk about the NBA just for a few moments. Because, Dave, I know that you may not care for the NBA, but there are people that do care about the NBA. And this guy right here, he likes the NBA a lot.
I like it.
And he's probably pretty stoked right now. Actually, the game should be starting Yep. The Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat should have just tipped off. Yep. But we are bringing in our Gen Z NBA expert, Nate Larson. So we're going to welcome him to the stage. Let's give him a round of applause.
What's up, everyone?
What's up, Nate Dog?
Nate, all right.
We're winning it all.
Do you have the game on right now? Are you watching it?
It's right in front of me, yep.
What is the score?
Oh, they haven't started yet. They never start on time.
So it's 0-0 then?
Yep. It's the closest the Heat will be.
Closest the Heat are going to be all night.
Man, all right. So as our Gen Z NBA expert, we're going to ask you some questions. You probably watched a lot more NBA than all of us, or at least myself and Dave here. So looking at the playoffs, we know the Timberwolves just swept the Suns. Mm-hmm. That's huge. Did you see that coming? And if so, if you did, how? And if you didn't, how?
I don't know about sweep. I thought they were going to win. I mean, the Suns, they haven't been healthy all season, but I knew they were going to win. I don't know about sweeping because sweeping, especially in a 7-game series, it's not likely. I mean, the Celtics aren't going to sweep. Obviously, they lost. And so even the best teams might not sweep, but the Timberwolves are really good, and they got all the pieces you need, really.
I like Anthony Edwards a lot.
Yeah.
That guy's so cool. All right, so now looking at the board, I don't know if do you know all the teams that are in the playoffs? You know every single one of them?
Yeah.
All right, let's go through this. So obviously the Timberwolves are already in.
Yep.
Right now, the Nuggets lead the Lakers 3-1. What's going to happen there?
Oh, the Nuggets are going to win tonight. They're back at home. It's Game 5. Anthony Davis is going to go away.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What if Jamal Murray doesn't play tonight? You think they still win? Because Caldwell Pope's not scoring anything. Honestly, I'm asking honestly.
Yeah, I think they do still win.
You think?
I think they do still win just because they have so many pieces, and the Lakers are just trash.
Let me ask you a question. As a Celtics fan, do you want the Lakers to beat the Nuggets? Because couldn't the Lakers they'd be a lot easier to beat than the Nuggets in the finals, right?
Okay, hear me out. So the Nuggets, obviously we struggled against them in the regular season, but if you look at the series with the Lakers, the Lakers have been leading for 100. I think it's 170 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So the Lakers have been up at half every game in the series.
Yeah.
And the Nuggets have been down. So if you're down at half to the Celtics, unless a crazy run happens,
right,
you're not going to win. So if the Nuggets, while they're fully healthy, aren't even able to beat the Lakers in one half, I'd rather play the Nuggets.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair
Dave,
enough.
Yep.
Dave, did you want to weigh in on that? I seen you shaking your head in disbelief.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, the Nuggets are going to win, but it's the Nuggets or the Lakers. Either one of them aren't making it to the finals to play the Celtics anyway.
Okay.
Good take.
All right. All right, Dave. So
it doesn't even matter. Who cares?
So just in the series now, advance the Timberwolves. Let them continue on. Who cares? All right. Let's what about the Clippers and the Mavs? What do you see? It's tied 2-2 right now. What do you see?
I don't know. Just it's all about injuries because Kawhi is injured on the Clippers. His knee is not healthy. Luka's knee is not healthy. You don't know what's going to go on with them. So I think it's a 7-game series, honestly. I think just because of Luka Doncic, I think Luka Magic will come through. Game 7, the Mavs win on the road.
Wow.
We do have a friend of the show. You may know him, Micah Ford. He was not able to be on here tonight. I was trying to get all of y'all on here so you could fight this out. He would have a lot to say about that, but he would agree with everything you're saying, I'm sure. I think it's obvious. We all know the Thunder are probably going to sweep the Pelicans. So let's not even waste our breath there. Obviously, Celtics, Heat, Boston's up 2-1. I'm not even going to ask you about that because who wants to hear about the Celtics anymore? Magic, tied 2-2. What's happening there?
I see the Magic winning it.
What?
Hear me out.
They're young. They
Think
can't
about
win.
this.
Gen Zer.
Banchero is a dog. And when you look at it, they don't have home court advantage. But the Magic are younger. They're deeper. And I feel like I don't know, there's something about the Magic in the playoffs. The Magic don't make the playoffs Shaq, Dwight Howard, that's the last time they were in the playoffs, really. So fans, I think the fans in the NBA mean so much more. And having young of a team being that good, the fans are gonna elevate them to win this series in probably 7. Just like the Clippers.
There is absolutely no chance the Magic win any game on the road. They are a hot mess.
I don't know, man.
Banchero literally had like 20,000 turnovers in the first 2 games in Cleveland.
He is a Duke player, so
they're too young. They're just too young.
Brian, here's your problem. You don't believe in magic. Okay? You got to believe, bro. This is our hometown. This is your hometown team. I'm sorry you moved away, but the Magic is going to win. It doesn't matter. They're going to beat the Cavs, but it doesn't matter because they're not making it to the finals.
Another good take. Good take.
All right. Last 2. Bucks, Pacers. Who's moving on?
Pacers. The Bucks are dismantled. I mean, they have no one.
Yeah.
Knicks and the Sixers. Who's moving on?
Gosh, I got. This is a tough one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Bro,
it's
the
not.
Knickerbockers.
It's deeper
Come on
than you
now.
think. It's deeper than you think.
No, it's not.
The Knicks. I think the Knicks will win, but it's going to be 6-7 games. I
No,
promise
it's
you.
not. It's over tomorrow. It's over
No.
tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
Just
With all
watch.
that being said, who cares about those games? What we care about is the championship.
Yep.
2 teams get to go. In your mind, what are the 2 teams making it to the championship?
Undoubtedly, the East. I mean, the East is the Celtics, obviously, right? No question.
All right.
The West. I think the West. I see the Timberwolves making it, and when you have Anthony Edwards in your backcourt, and then you have the front court with Rudy Gobert, you got Cat. You got two. Those 2 guys are great at defending. Cat can score. Cat can assist, and is the most explosive player and he has the most dog in him in the entire NBA.
Yep.
So I see the Timberwolves making it, and the Celtics are obviously going to make it. I mean, it's obvious.
Who wins?
Come on, Celtics in 6.
All right. Well, so they're going to win in Minnesota. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Write that down, Brian. Write that down.
All right. Celtics in 6.
Nate, our Gen Z NBA expert, says Celtics will beat the Timberwolves in the NBA championship in Game 6.
All right.
If you had to pick out of all these teams that are in the playoffs, what was the surprise team that made it?
That made it to the playoffs?
Yeah.
Stop it with the Magic, okay?
Yeah. Brian,
The Magic.
leave us alone down here, man.
It is the Magic. No one last year. They haven't been relevant forever.
And I don't know why the Pelicans are even in the playoffs. Did anybody? I know I'm going to ask this, but none of you guys watched it. Their arena was half full for a playoff game. Like literally, it's so funny too because these teams that are not like the Celtics, where they always go to the playoffs, they had these gimmicks where they give away T-shirts. They literally had like half the arena still have the T-shirts on the seats. I couldn't believe it. It was so embarrassing. Like it was a way. Like Oklahoma City, it's not even fair. They basically have 4 free games. There's no reason why the Pelicans should be in the playoffs.
The Pelicans are the Tampa Bay Rays of the NBA. Okay, even when the Rays make the playoffs and all this stuff, they're not selling tickets. It's the teams they're playing that are selling the tickets.
Yeah. Right.
It is sad. You go to a Rays game and there's more away fans than there are home fans.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's cheap, man. You can get in the stadium cheap. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Like
All right.
a lot of times, my cousins that live in Massachusetts will literally fly down. They'll get a ticket to the Rays game because they stay at family's house, and it's cheaper than going to Fenway.
Listen,
airfare ticket and a ticket to the Rays is cheaper than going to Fenway.
I go to the Rays game. I sit behind home plate. I can get a ticket there for $40, including fees behind home plate.
$40 doesn't even get you in the gate in Fenway. You can't even park for under $50.
But then I was looking at games going ahead, and there was the Yankees were coming in town on the weekend. I was like, all right, let me see if I can go to one of those games.
Way more, right?
It's like you can't find a ticket under $100.
Jeez.
So
that's what I'm saying. The only reason the Rays still exist is because they're Detroit Pistons.
Brian, we got a comment right here.
Oh
Who
no!
is that? Oh
Let's
my
go
God.
Detroit Pistons.
They're serious?
What was their record to end the season?
Like
2
11 and 100. They were like 11 and 71 or something.
They were trash.
Hey, he says I can get a Pistons ticket for $12.
I believe
They
it.
give them away.
That's courtside. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Dave, do you have a question here for our young NBA expert?
No, I don't. But I have a question for the group. Is Nate the only one that gets to pick the bracket or the finals winner, or does anybody else get a chance to be right?
All right.
Ooh,
Seeing how I
that's
dominated
right.
in the NCAA March
Beginner's
Madness.
luck.
All right. We won't go through the whole bracket. That would take way too much time. But you let us know who's going to end up in the championship and who's winning.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
I'm just going to tell you right now, the Celtics are going to win in 5.
5. I love it.
Against the Thunder.
Oh,
Oklahoma City.
Oh,
Where did
all
Nate
right.
go? He fell off the screen.
Wait a second.
I know you like the Timberwolves, but listen, man.
No.
You realize what has to happen for the Thunder to get there?
The Thunder are the number 1 seed in the West. Dave's right on point.
Yeah,
Dude,
bro.
no.
What do they have to do? They got to finish off the Pelicans.
I know.
Who are the Pelicans? How did that? You should be ashamed of your team name and mascot. Okay, a pelican. I've seen a pelican choke on a fish at the beach, and that's what they're doing right now in the first round. They're just choking. Okay, listen. What do they got to do? They've got to beat. They got to finish off the Pelicans. Then they've got to beat the Mavericks. And then the
Clippers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got to beat the Mavericks, and then they've got to beat the Timberwolves. Easy peasy.
I like it. You know
All
what?
that to lose against the Celtics.
Yeah, we can sit here and shake our heads, but like it says, dude's a tournament champ right there.
That's right.
Tournament challenge.
I've got a system.
All right. So Dave, your pick is the Boston Celtics over the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Love it.
And how many games?
5.
5.
And
yeah.
5. Okay.
You're writing this down because I'm going to forget this probably as soon as we do the show.
Don't worry.
I got you. Yep.
Brian, what's your picks?
Because it's going to be different. I'm taking Celtics and Nuggets, and I'm going to take Celtics in 7.
The Nuggies.
Yep.
Celtics in 7 over who? The Nuggets.
Over the Nuggets. Yep.
Oh man. All right. Oh man. We're gonna have to end the stream as soon as I make my picks.
Oh god, he's gonna say Lakers Magic. Watch.
If you do that,
Throwing it back. No, I'm not going that crazy. I'm gonna say. You guys are gonna. You ready for this, Dave? Watch these two.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna pick. The Mavericks are gonna be going from the Western Conference.
Oh, okay.
And
don't do it.
No, this would be great.
And the New York Knicks will be going from the Eastern Conference. And the Dallas Mavericks will win. The Dallas Mavericks will win in 6.
This legitimately shows that you know absolutely nothing about basketball.
Nothing. You're just trying to frustrate the group. You know nothing.
You picked the Celtics because these two picked the Celtics.
Me?
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
No, you're wrong. I have a system. And my system worked. My system worked in March Madness. And I tell you what, looking at all these brackets right here, my system is on track.
Yep.
So I'm sticking with my system.
All right. Well,
Smart guy.
Let me just tell you something, Bobby, real quick. The Mavs, as a 5 seed, would never have home court if all the higher seeds win. It's never been done in the history of the NBA where a lower seed won every series on the road. So the Mavs don't play full defense. Too bad Michael Ford wasn't on here too, because I was going to light him up with Luka. Because yesterday Luka got exposed.
That guy's getting Defensive Player of the Year.
Until he's not.
Maybe in China.
James Old Man Harden embarrassed him in the 4th quarter. Luka was throwing up his hands crying. Oh, he made another shot. He iced out against Luka. Made him look stupid.
Play some defense, Luka.
That's right.
I would love to see Anthony Edwards get one too, though.
Oh, their time's coming, just not this year. They're not.
I like that guy.
Edwards is the closest thing to Kobe and Michael since Kobe and Michael.
That was the first thing when I saw him play for the first time. I was like, that reminds me of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he is.
No.
He plays.
He's got no fear. He doesn't respect you on the court. He's better than you. He'll tell you. Like he was jawing with Kevin Durant that whole series too. You know, he's not scared. And this kid, he's something special. I love watching him. I do. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Well, Nate, I'll give you one last chance. Is there any last words you'd like to say before we kick you off the show?
Celtics are the best team ever.
Best-
Jason Tatum will win MVP within the next 2 years.
All right.
Yeah, we're winning it all. Simple as that.
Simple as that. All right. Well, that's all we're going to talk about the NBA because who cares about the NBA? What's the score right now?
15-12 Celtics.
Oh, whoa.
No. Is it?
Yes.
Yep.
How
No.
are you going to say no to me?
No. I'm looking at it right now. It's 15-12 Celtics. What did you say?
I said the exact same thing.
12 Celtics.
Oh, no. I thought you said something different.
Oh, man.
This guy.
Well, all right, Nate. We appreciate you coming on. When it comes to the championship game, we'll probably have you come on the week before that, and we can talk about the Mavs versus the Knicks and figure out who's going to win that one. But until then,
guy.
peace out, homie.
Yep. Thanks, Nate.
See ya.
See ya.
All right. Well, now we got the NBA talk out of the way. Let's talk about real sports.
Let's do our top 5.
Oh, yes. Okay, this is going to be good because this – so Brian has a top 5 of what is it?
NFL franchises.
NFL franchises. So with the NFL franchises, he's going to talk about that. And then we're going to segue right into the NFL draft, talk about some winners, some losers, some good picks, bad picks, so on and so on. And we'll go from there. But I'm really interested to hear this top 5, Brian. So please enlighten us with the top 5 NFL franchises of all time.
All right. Here is my top 5 NFL franchises of all time. I'm going to start with 5 and work my way up to 1. And I even have an honorable mention just because I feel they deserve it. So my number 5 all-time franchises are the Kansas City Chiefs. They have 4 Super Bowls. They have Super Bowl 4. Then it took them 50 years to win another one, but they've been winning lately. They got 54, 57, and 58. Great fan base. They're rabid fans. They love their Chiefs. So I've got them at 5. Number 4, the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys with their 5 Super Bowls. They have Super Bowl 6, 12, 27, 28, and 30. So they also have a repeat within those Super Bowls. So you kind of got to say they're a top 5. So I got them at number 4. Number 3, I have the San Francisco 49ers. They have Super Bowl 16, 19, 23, and 24, and 29. Yet again, we have a repeat. So if you can see within those first 3, each one of them has repeated. So that's pretty impressive. Then my second all-time is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, they have a couple of repeats because they won a lot in the beginning and then took them a while, but they got Super Bowl 9 and 10, 13 and 14, 40 and 43. Then the number 1 franchise, let's all say it with me.
Let me guess.
New England Patriots. Absolutely. They have 36, 38, and 39. 49, 51, and 53. So they have 2 3-year runs within 4 years. It's almost like 2 dynasties within one. That's something that makes you elite. And then my honorable mention is going to be the Green Bay Packers because they started it. They started with 1 and 2. Then they won in 30. They won Super Bowl 31. And then they won Super Bowl 45, and they haven't sniffed anything since then. But I'll still give them honorable mention. So to recap, I got Chiefs at 5, Cowboys at 4, Niners at 3, Steelers at 2, Pats at 1, Green Bay with an honorable mention just because they started it all. That's my list.
I do appreciate that. And the Green Bay, they've been 5 times and they've won 4. So that's a pretty good percentage there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dave, would you like to? Is there anything that you agree or disagree with here? You'd like to?
Yeah, I thought your list was very good. Honestly, I wasn't expecting you to say the Chiefs, but they, I like your list. I'm going to give you a solid A for your list. However, let me tell you something. Something you didn't mention. You talked about the Super Bowl wins, but you've got teams here that still, there were years where they made it to the Super Bowl. Maybe they didn't get the win, but they were still dominating in their own conference and getting to the big game.
The New England Patriots have been to the most Super Bowls ever.
Yeah. And I think the only thing I disagree with you on is going to be your honorable mention. I would rather see. Listen, I would rather see the Buffalo Bills as the honorable mention for their domination of going to 4 Super Bowls in a row. I don't want to talk about they lost every one of them, okay? But still, if we're going to be given honorable mentions, let's give a little something to, to the guys who try really hard. And you know what? Green Bay Packers didn't make the list. That's the only thing that's why I didn't give you an A+. Otherwise, yeah, you get an A.
That is crazy. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Although the logic, I can see the logic, though. I mean, it's not that bad of a take, but they're just not better than the Packers.
Listen, I hate the Packers, and I hate stupid Aaron Rodgers and his stupid hair and his stupid chin strap. Okay, I don't want to talk about the Green Bay Packers. Okay,
gosh.
I don't hate you, Aaron Rodgers. If you're watching, I know you're probably not watching this, Aaron Rodgers, but this gets back to you. Like, I think you're a good football player, but I dislike you and everything about you and the teams you've played for.
Wow.
What teams did he play for?
The Packers and one play for the Jets.
One play.
Or what? Did he get hurt on the third play or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
One drive.
Pop quiz here. All right. Since we're talking about Super Bowls, franchises, things of that nature.
No, you got to grade him.
Okay. I'll give him a solid. I'll give him an A+, Dave.
Thanks.
I'm going to give him an A+. That was solid. Thanks. I knew the Steelers were going to be in there. I figured, obviously the Patriots. I was wondering if he was going to put the Chiefs in there, since most of their victories have been so recent. But I do agree with it. As much as it pains me for the Cowboys to be in there.
They have to be.
They did have good years. And it is amazing to me that a team that has not done anything is still at the forefront of the media. It's crazy. It is crazy. But with all that being said, pop quiz here. All right, we have 6 teams. There's 6 teams I'm looking at right now that have all made 5 Super Bowl appearances. I'm going to give you 4 names. You have to figure out what the 5th one is, okay?
Okay.
We have the Los Angeles Rams, the Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Giants, and the Miami Dolphins. I'm sorry, we have 6 teams, not 5. The Miami Dolphins, the Green Bay Packers, and then number 6 is who?
That have made how many?
They've been to 5. Dave, I can see you typing. I literally can see you typing.
No, I'm not. Okay, say the teams again. You've got we know the Patriots. Okay.
No, Dave. We're not the Patriots. There's 6 teams that have been to 5 Super Bowls. I'm going to name 5 of those teams.
Just 5. Only 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Only 5 Super Bowls.
Only 5.
Oh. Okay.
Not 5 or more.
That makes this harder.
Okay, so we got the Rams, we got the Raiders, we got the Giants, we got the Dolphins, we got the Packers. There's one more team that has been to exactly 5 Super Bowl appearances.
I think I know. I'll wait for Dave.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna guess Washington.
Wow, this guy is smart. The Washington Commanders have been to 5 Super Bowl. Well,
the Washington Redskins have been there.
Yes.
Dave, that's pretty good, right? And I didn't type nothing.
That's crazy.
I did type something, and I still didn't find that. Okay, didn't the Redskins won a Super Bowl? Didn't they? Back
3.
They won 3.
Yeah.
Who was their quarterback?
Mark Rippon and Doug. What's Doug Williams?
Williams. That's who I'm thinking of. Doug Williams.
Yep.
How many Super Bowls have the Bucks been to?
2.
How many Super Bowls have they won?
2.
2.
Oh. 2. Such a small.
How many Super Bowls has Aaron Rodgers been to?
1.
Wow.
So,
1 Super Bowl.
So Aaron Rodgers, in his 18-year career, has been to half as many Super Bowls as long as the Buccaneers have been around.
How many Super Bowls has who was Tom Brady's backup quarterback?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo. How many does he have?
He has 2 rings.
Oh, okay.
So
All
he's
right.
got more. He's got more than Aaron Rodgers.
Listen, there's water boys
How
out
many
there.
Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls does Trent Dilfer have?
1.
Oh, okay. So he's good as Aaron Rodgers.
I
Okay.
guess so. If we
Yeah.
count it that way.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that means that Brock Purdy isn't as good as any of them.
Bro, yeah, he's in his second. He's completed 2 years, and you got to give him a chance.
You're
Okay.
going to count Super Bowls. Let's count Super Bowls.
Let's. You know why the 49ers? Listen, I don't even want. You're aggravating me.
What?
Let's move on.
49ers what?
No, I don't want. Listen, he got hurt in his first year, Mr. Irrelevant. When did he get hurt?
In the playoffs.
When? In the which game in the playoffs?
It was a championship game, wasn't
Oh, in the championship game, he broke his elbow, his UCL. How many plays did he keep playing after tearing the ligament?
it? Sounds like he's injury prone. He's only been in 2 years.
Aaron Rodgers twisted his ankle and couldn't even. He needed help off the field, bro.
Twisted his ankle.
Yes, I don't even. Let's just
Tore his
stop.
Achilles,
I
dude.
don't. Achilles, the UCL is the Achilles of the elbow. Okay.
Okay.
And he kept throwing the ball. Aaron Rodgers couldn't even walk off the field by himself.
This is funny.
Oh my gosh. I guess Aaron Rodgers' Achilles is as strong as all of your fingers.
Listen, listen, don't talk to me about my messed up fingers, okay? Those still hurt, bro, and it's been 5 years.
What is your deep-seated dislike for Aaron Rodgers? Where does it come from? Why do you what is it that you don't like about this guy?
Because I don't like his hair, and also I think it's the fact that you love him so much. I don't know, you have some kind of unnatural man crush on Aaron Rodgers.
Dude,
I don't get it. He's not even that good.
The throws that guys make, it is crazy. You watch those highlights and see the throws he makes.
No, I don't want to talk about the throws he's made. Okay, because a lot of them throws you're talking about is where he just chucks it into the Hail Mary. That's all on the receivers, bro. Anybody could have thrown that ball. It's the receivers that caught the ball. Okay.
Okay, you can take those out. I'm talking about his accuracy.
His accuracy.
Yes.
He's an NFL quarterback. He needs to be accurate.
Oh my! Brock Purdy doesn't need to because he only throws it 3 yards to a screen to Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel.
Bro,
I can do that. That's probably why he got picked last. Probably why he hasn't won any Super Bowls.
What year was Rodgers in when he won his first Super Bowl?
It was in 2011. I believe he got the start. He got his start in 2007, I think, or 2008.
Oh, you mean he didn't get to start right away when he got drafted?
No, because
he had NFL.
He had a Hall of Fame quarterback in front of him.
Oh my gosh. Oh well. And Brock Purdy just goes right in. They said, you know what? Let's see what the kid can do.
Hey,
we got this guy for a deal. Let's just put him in there.
Why did Brock Purdy get the start? Let me hear that.
Because his general manager saw something in him.
No, it's
That's
because
why.
all the other quarterbacks got injured.
I don't want to talk about injuries. Okay, if we want to talk about injuries, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Okay?
This is incredible.
This is crazy, dude. Aaron Rodgers, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers got tackled one season, broke his collarbone, had plates put in, came back to run the table and take his team to the playoffs.
Wow.
I mean,
we want to start talking about. Let's talk about Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, he caught shrapnel from an iPad that Tom Brady smashed on the ground. Okay, and then he just picked his clipboard back up, and they went and won Super Bowls. Okay.
Well, Dave, going forward, just because I know it bothers you, I am going to send you pictures of Aaron Rodgers every morning.
With the chin strap.
I mean, he's got a haircut. I don't know why you don't like his hair. He's got a haircut. He's not shaggy like that anymore. But hey, I'll send you those pictures.
So you got to admit the hair was bad. Okay.
Well, are you just jealous because he has hair? Yeah, Brian.
I can interject, I think, on both of these. I think what Dave's trying to say is the reason why he doesn't like Aaron Rodgers, and I kind of don't like him, is he's kind of a diva. Like, he always makes it about him, even when he says he's not gonna. I don't like the attitude. Like, he doesn't carry, like, he carries himself like he's better than everybody else. I don't like that. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't. I think for someone that hasn't won that much, it's kind of not becoming. I mean, when he started with the Jets last year, it looked like he was going to change. Like, it looked like because he was in OTA, he was doing everything. And then when he got hurt, he'd show up on the field throwing the football before the game. Oh, he's coming back. Dude, stay on the go rehab. Like, don't make it about Aaron Rodgers because this poor kid Wilson is not. I mean, seriously, he made it all about himself again. I just don't like that about him. I think it's wrong. He just does. There was no reason for him to be on the field with a torn Achilles, throwing the football to show everybody he could throw it 80 yards. He tore his Achilles, not his elbow. He should be able to throw the football still. Like, really, am I wrong? I mean, why would he be out there? I thought it was stupid.
No, you're not wrong. And you know who the next cocky diva is in the NFL?
Patrick Mahomes.
No, come on. He's a winner.
You didn't see him.
He's the next Tom Brady. No, I'm talking about the first. I'm talking about the first pick.
Oh, Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. This guy is so cocky. Do you think he's going to live up to it?
I think, me personally, this might be a crazy take. I think he's overrated to a degree. He is talented, but I think he's being really, really hyped up.
I don't know. He's good. I don't know how good he's going to do when he doesn't do, like, when he has adversity. Because I know he's like, when he was losing to USC and he went in the stands and was crying. I know it's college and all that, bro. You're in the NFL now. You're going to have adversity. Like, how you know what I'm saying? Like, he's always, because he's, like you said, he's been talked up. I want to see. I mean, I never want to see somebody not succeed. I want to see. He's got every reason. And I'm going to tell you right now, if he doesn't, then he's got a problem because CJ Stroud totally had the same exact thing last year, and that guy was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was.
Williams is bigger. He's got a bigger arm. Caleb Williams can throw the ball. I just think he kind of gets out of the pocket a little too quick. Guys ever remember a guy named Cam Newton? All right.
Who?
Yeah, Cam Newton.
Yeah. Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, here's Caleb Williams' biggest adversity this year is the fact that he's got to play for the Bears.
Yeah, but I'd say that every other year. But this year, Joe, this year they are they have, let me see, what do they have? They have
Keenan Allen,
DJ Moore, Cole Kmet.
They have Roma Dunze.
Just got a Dunze. They got a running game. They got DeAndre Swift. I don't know. I mean, everything's lined up for him. But I heard Joe Barry was going to go be on the Bears staff. Did you hear that, Andrew?
I did not. That's music to my ears.
He's going for the secret, so that way they have a chance to beat the Packers this year. And I say that with a big smile on my face because I don't even think they're going to beat the Packers. That's one of those things where it's like the kryptonite. Like, I just think, and like you said, I think the Packers, they're going to give them problems no matter what they have. I just think like when it comes to the Bears Packers, that more so than the Lions within the division, the Bears got to prove that they can beat the Packers.
I as a Packers fan, I get so nervous for Bears games because in the back of my head, I know we're gonna win. But at the same time, if we lose, we'll never hear the end of it. I'll see so many things on social media about it. But looking at the Bears on paper, like we just said, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Roman Dunze out there, Cole Kmet's a decent tight end, Caleb Williams at quarterback, DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. That's a stacked on. They're on paper. They look really, really good. But we've seen teams before that look really good on paper, and it just doesn't come through. So very interesting. Dave?
I want to say something. I want to backtrack a little bit because I feel bad about a previous statement. I don't hate the Packers. Okay. In fact, I root for the Packers now. I like Jordan Love, and you know what? These guys. Now that Aaron Rodgers is gone, I'm a Packers fan.
This is crazy. This is crazy. So, do you just not like? Do you hate the Jets now?
Huh?
Do you hate?
Have I ever liked the Jets? Oh well, back when Chad Pennington was their quarterback, they were pretty. Yeah, I've never liked the Jets.
Knowledge. You just dropped some football knowledge.
I've never been a Jets fan, bro.
Nice.
Chad Pennington, I couldn't stand that man.
That guy looked like an insurance salesman. Like it looked like he was somebody going door to door trying to sell insurance.
Oh my goodness, that's funny, man.
Well, speaking of Caleb Williams being the #1 overall pick, we're not going to go through every single pick, but let's see. The Washington Commanders got their quarterback of the future in Jaden Daniels, possibly, maybe. But who cares about them? Who cares about the Commanders? The Patriots picked up Drake May, which we know Brian is very happy about this.
Very happy.
Although Bill Belichick did spend some time pointing out all the things that's wrong with him.
Yeah, because he knows how to draft offensive players, that Bill Belichick guy.
He did that with every player. I feel bad for these guys. Like, no, can you imagine? Oh, Bill Belichick was talking about me, and they would click on the no.
Bro, listen. I think Bill Belichick, he's had a rough few years since Brady left, but this guy knows how to coach people. Look at everybody, like, for instance, Caleb Williams. Belichick is a coach that's going to let you know, I don't care if I drafted you #1 or your 4th pick in the draft or 3rd or whatever it is. I'm going to let you know where your shortcomings are, and you're either going to get better or you're going to get gone, okay? And Belichick, he puts together winning offenses for sure. So I feel better about Drake May to the Patriots than I do Caleb what's his name? Caleb Williams to the Bears. You think he's your future, Brian?
Drake May?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Josh, you heard of Josh Allen, right? We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
He's Josh Allen 2.0. He's 6'4", 230. The kid runs. He's got a cannon for an arm. Pat's Nation we've never seen a quarterback like this. Like,
I might start rooting for the Patriots.
They filled absolutely. Drake May, I was hoping, and I laugh because these so-called experts, Mel Kipers and all these other ones. I love listening to experts talk. Okay, first of all, and then fans too. Like, I'm from New England. I'm gonna be flat honest with everybody. College football is not big in New England. So when I get a Pats fan that gets on these forums with me and they tell me about how bad a receiver is from Washington, and I ask them, where does the University of Washington play their games? And they don't even know. And they say, isn't it by the Capitol? No, that's Washington, D.C., bud. They play in the state of Washington. And then when they talk about a UCF receiver, well, where in Florida is that? I don't know. Oh, that would be Orlando. So you've never seen this kid play. You have no idea. You only listen to what somebody else says. And because he's not a name that you know, then he's not good. Here's a little secret. 90% of draft picks are busts anyway. If you really go back and look at the draft, like, how many of these kids pan out? So you're mad as a Pats fan that they're drafting offense when we never draft offense. When Belichick was there, we would draft 4 safeties, 2 punters, and a long snapper. That would be our draft. So now we feel every need that we need, and there's a problem. He's too slow. He can't get separation. Well, did you ever watch him play? Do you have any idea? Okay, he may not be. Here's a little secret about Baker from UCF. Okay. He may not run a 4.3 40, but he runs a 4.5 40. But his first 10-yard burst is one of the fastest in the draft. How often are you going 25 or 30 yards down the field? If you can separate within 10 yards, okay, I need 10 yards for a first down. So let me see that. That would work out pretty good. This is what I'm talking about.
Not if it's 3rd and 15.
Bro, if he gets a catch every time, it's 10 yards. It'll never be 3rd and 15. We're not talking about the Packers problems, okay? We're talking Patriots right now. My point is, we're gonna sit there and anybody like, because I don't know, as a Packers fan, were you happy with every pick that they took, Bobby?
Oh yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I went through all the picks, and our wide receiver core is steady right now. We don't need any wide receivers.
Yep.
We needed defensive backs. They went heavy defensive backs. We needed another linebacker. They got that Cooper guy. That guy's a beast.
Oh yeah.
And then we got a steal at running back in Marshawn Lloyd from USC. We got him in like the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah, 5th round, I think.
I was pretty.
Like for me, I don't know. Like my winners in the draft, I had the Bears, the Patriots, the Chargers, the Eagles, the Steelers, and the Packers. Those are like the top of the top. My worst was the Falcons. I mean, and I don't care what you say or anybody says. When you cannot even rush a passer and you can't protect your quarterback, you do not take an injury-prone quarterback when you just paid a quarterback $180 million with 100 guaranteed. You can spin it however you want. That was a ridiculous pick. It was crazy. The Falcons, this kid's going to sit there and then he's going to start getting an attitude because he's not getting paid. Like, even in our pre-show, Dave and I were talking about this. When's he ever going to make money? He's not ever going to be on the field. Even if Kirk Cousins is there for 2 more years, so his rookie contract will have 2 years to try to get a big contract. He's not going to get it. He's just not going to get it.
Knowing what you know about the Falcons before the draft, what would you say their top 2 needs were?
Edge rusher, for me. Edge rusher. They needed to get they were the worst. They got the fewest amount of sacks last year. And I would say an offensive lineman.
Okay, so in order, round 1, Michael Jr., quarterback. Round 2, defensive tackle. Round 3, an outside linebacker. Round 4, a defensive tackle. Round 5, a linebacker. Round 6, a running back, another round 6, a wide receiver, and another round 6 is defensive tackle. Their top needs, you were right, Brian. Their top needs, according to the NFL app, was an edge rusher, a defensive back, defensive line, safety, and for some odd reason they put in quarterback. Oh, I did hear an interesting take. Do you think they got Michael Penix Jr. because they're worried about Kirk Cousins being suspended for tampering?
No.
Why would he be suspended for tampering? What's up with that?
Because when the Vikings decided to trade Kirk Cousins to the Falcons, Kirk Cousins and the Falcons were not allowed to have communications to each other, but they did.
No.
So that came out because Kirk Cousins in a press conference was like, "Yeah, they texted me and stuff," and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" So maybe.
Nope. They still. I mean, I know he's nothing, but they still had Desmond Ridder. You still had a quarterback to take Michael.
They got rid of Ridder,
bro. You're not going to waste your 1st round pick.
Yeah.
On your $180 million quarterback maybe getting suspended for 4 games. You're not. It was a way, and that's nothing against Michael Penix.
Right. It's
but
just, why take
I feel sorry for him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for him.
Yep.
I feel sorry for Kirk Cousins because they needed. You're right. They should have
everywhere
before they drafted an offensive player, a quarterback. They should have drafted. They needed somebody on the offensive line. You need to protect your quarterback. And just stupid.
Yep.
I learned this playing fantasy football. You don't draft a quarterback in the 1st round unless you know something.
Listen,
Man.
We'll go through some picks here, and you tell me in your situation. So all right, let's go with the Vikings, okay? If I'm the Vikings and I'm pick number 10, would you rather have J.J. McCarthy or Bo Nix?
McCarthy because he's younger.
McCarthy because he's younger. Dave?
Well, I would say McCarthy because they had their choice of McCarthy or Nix.
Okay.
And that's who they picked. So there you go. I got to trust the Vikings. They know how.
Goal.
Yeah. Listen, they know what they're doing over there in Minnesota. All they're thinking about is we got to beat Green Bay. What's it going to take us to beat the Packers?
Oh, boy.
Okay. J.J. McCarthy.
I'm gonna
future.
Oh my gosh. Well, anything else you want to point out about the draft, Dave or Brian? Wait. Who was Mr. Irrelevant? Let me see. Didn't you have that pulled up? Let me see.
I had it earlier. I forget now.
Yes, it's Alabama's Jalen
Alabama
Key.
defensive back.
Jalen Key.
Who was the last quarterback picked? Let me see if I can find that.
Oh my gosh.
The Green Bay Packers picked the last quarterback in round 7, Michael Pratt from Tulane. Jordan Love better watch out.
If he's anything like Brock Purdy, he might take his job.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, I know. There, an honorable mention. There was somebody named Kool-Aid that got drafted.
Yep.
Bro, is he like the big man on the offensive line or the defensive line? It's going to come busting through like the Kool-Aid man.
Could you imagine? No, he's not that good. He's injury prone anyway. He's been hurt.
Who names their kid Kool-Aid?
Let me look up something here. I'm hearing a lot about Brock Purdy, so I just want to check something.
Oh boy. Brock Purdy.
Oh man, okay. Oh, it's true.
Huh?
It is so true. Yep, I just checked it. Brock Purdy is not as good as you think he is there, Dave.
Okay.
I just checked it.
Who said?
Everybody.
Oh God.
Did you see this? Did you see the stats on? We posted it on TikTok. Did you see the stats about Brock Purdy being a top 5 quarterback? Everybody said no.
So what? Is everybody right?
Oh, good point.
Yes. In this case.
No, you can't. Just because you're biased. I don't understand what your problem is with Brock. I'm not even a 49ers fan. I'm a fan of I'm happy for the guy because I think he's from where he was overlooked and barely made the draft to being an elite player on an elite team.
I don't have a problem.
Where do you get the elite though?
Yeah, he's not an elite player.
How's Brock Purdy elite?
Wait a second. Yeah, here we are. Listen, Dave's own arguments are defeating him. He says we have to wait. We can't compare him to Aaron Rodgers because he's only had 2 years. He's also only had 2 years, so we can't call him elite either. That's crazy.
Okay, fair enough.
That's wild. I don't have a problem
enough.
with Brock Purdy. I don't have a problem with Brock Purdy. I like the guy. I think he's a good player. But I think our issue, and I think Brian would agree, is that the position you're putting him in, he's not a top 5. He's not top 4.
Yeah, he is. He's number 4. Top 4.
Oh my God.
You're just mad because I put him in front of Aaron Rodgers.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, great.
You don't make any sense. What do you want me to? You want me just to be another talking head that's just spouting off the same information that you hear every day on on the big networks and everything else. No, that's why people are tuning into this show, because they want to hear something different. They want to hear the truth, Bobby Drew.
Man, Dave's dropping knowledge on us today.
Yes.
I
was about to drop names, but I don't want to get canceled.
There is one person that I know that tunes into this show that is a huge Brock Purdy fan and agrees with everything you say.
Who is it?
Josh?
Yup.
Yeah.
Josh who? Josh who?
Josh Mercado.
Oh, yeah.
He's a huge Brock Purdy fan.
Well, I mean, for all those Brock Purdy fans out there, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody taking Brock Purdy number 4. If you can have any quarterback you want, name him going down. He's not.
Listen, okay. Yeah, but we get to this. It's not just about the quarterback alone. It's the quarterback, the team, the management, the coaching, the offensive line, the receivers, the running backs. It's a team sport. Okay? It all goes together.
I know you love Aaron Rodgers, but you put Aaron Rodgers on the San Francisco 49ers, they're winning 3 years in a row. And
Listen.
Nope.
Aaron Rodgers had his chance.
Nope.
Okay. How many?
You're wrong, Dave. For this,
how many awesome elite teams on the Packers year by year did Aaron Rodgers play for?
Nope.
How many?
Not with those receivers and that running back. Never. You can't. Nope. I can't agree with you there, Dave. No way.
You're talking about all those times, the precision of Aaron Rodgers, the deep throws where it's in a crowd of people and he wins the game because of the awesome throw. It's because of the team. It's a team sport, bro.
No.
Listen.
I get it. But, okay, here we go. You ready for this? Brock Purdy to the Carolina Panthers. I'm waiting.
Why would the 49ers do that?
It's a team game. No,
They've got him. No, I can't. I don't want to talk about all the what ifs.
Why?
Okay. What if
he's that good, if he went to the Panthers, you should have said he'll make the Panthers better.
Wait a second. Why didn't the Bucks go to the Super Bowl before Tom Brady got there?
They did go to the Super Bowl before Tom Brady got there.
No, in recent history, Dave, the year before. It was the same team.
Only 2 teams get to go to the Super Bowl every year.
They weren't even in the playoffs.
Even some elite quarterbacks don't go to the Super Bowl every year. Okay? Did Tom Brady go to the Super Bowl every year?
Pretty much.
And he was the best of all time.
47% of the time he did.
So would you say that the last year that the Bucks won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady, that team was elite?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That team was elite, and you know what they were missing the year before? Because they had all the same players from the year before.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Position players. Yes, they did, Dave. Yeah, they did.
No.
Their skill position, they absolutely did.
Can you name 5 of them?
Huh? Yeah. Okay. Listen. Okay. No. Listen. Just hang on. I don't understand why you're arguing with me. And listen, I have a question.
Because you make these crazy.
I have a question. Who is Sad Coon?
That's a troll.
That's a troll. Who is it?
Probably some AI bot.
Yeah, it's a troll. Don't even pay
Come on, I want to see. They're in our.
Yeah, I know.
They want to be on the show.
It's just a troll. I like how easily he got distracted when he couldn't make his point anymore.
Well, okay. So I'm back to you guys. Listen, Brock Purdy's not my favorite quarterback.
It certainly seems like it.
I'm not. No, I got.
What are you talking about? Put him on the Bucks.
I would gladly take him.
But he's not your favorite quarterback. He's not your favorite quarterback.
Wait a second. Are you saying you would rather have Brock Purdy than Baker Mayfield?
I wouldn't care either way.
What? It's like everybody gets a participation trophy at this point.
Listen, Here's what it is. I feel like you guys you just don't understand that it's my job here as the funny guy. Okay, it's my job. I'm just trolling you.
Oh, I love it. I think it's great.
Okay.
I think it's great, but then when we absolutely destroy your argument, that makes it even more fun.
No, listen, you can't destroy my argument because here's the deal. Time will tell. We need to see how he does this season. All right. And then as of going into this season, he's top 4 quarterback, even after the draft.
Patrick Mahomes, better?
Yeah, sure.
Joe Burrow, better?
Joe Burrow, yeah.
Lamar Jackson?
No.
Dak Prescott?
Did he just?
Jordan Love?
No.
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Justin Herbert?
Eh.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Listen.
What are you talking about?
Listen,
Jared Goff?
Clearly, yeah. Listen,
That's already 8.
Mahomes.
No, he said Lamar. He said Brock Purdy's better than Lamar.
Well, he's not. I just ignored him. I've already named 8. I've already named 8 that are better.
Lamar, here's the problem. Here's what I can't stand about Lamar. Stop winning the NFL, the MVP of the league, and not even be able to win in the playoffs.
Right.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, bigger choker than Dak Prescott. No, I agree. I'm just saying for the quarterback position, I mean.
You guys are stressing me out.
Aaron Rodgers.
Proud?
Aaron Rodgers has a 4-time NFL MVP and a Super Bowl.
Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers when he is fully operational.
We don't even need to talk about Aaron Rodgers anyway. I was just bringing him up. He's garbage.
I know he's washed up.
He's a hot man.
He needs to. You know what? He needs to join a podcast. That's where he belongs. He belongs on a podcast
in
somewhere.
Some dark retreat somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe we could get him on our show.
Bro, what would you do
after everything you've said about him?
What are you going to do if Rodgers comes back and he's garbage? Like, he can't play anymore. How funny would that be? Dude, that'd be great.
I didn't realize that the Jets picked up Mike Williams. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They got Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Remember what I said a few weeks about Alan Lazard? I know he was trash.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's got all the weapons. They got Conklin at a tight end. So, yeah.
He just got to stay healthy.
Listen.
Try not to let the grass monster get him again.
Can you imagine 2 years in a row? Oh, my gosh.
It can happen.
I tuned out for a second. But listen. Oh, God. Never mind. Y'all are frustrating me.
Don't be frustrated.
Hey, Dave. It's okay.
I'll get you back on track, Dave.
UCONN, UConn. Let's talk about the Chiefs this year. Who did they pick up in the draft?
Xavier Worthy, who's like Tyreek Hill 2.0.
Okay, and let me bring you back to something, Brian. You're talking about, what are they going to do? The dynasty, what are they going to do when they lose this guy and they lose that guy? And then what they hit the draft and just found somebody faster than the cheetah. Okay, I didn't even believe it.
Here's the problem with that. Our boy Rashee Rice ain't going to see the field this year.
Yeah, what happened with Rashee?
He decided to wreck his car and run away and got caught on someone's camera, and that's how he turned himself in. He wasn't going to turn himself in if he wasn't on camera.
They also got Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, but, bro, everywhere he's gone, he's a hot mess. He can't catch the ball. He can't hold on to it. They're going to have dropsies again. And Xavier Worthy, he's quick. I get it. Like, he's fast, but can he catch the ball?
Listen.
He's in Texas, he's pretty good, but.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he played for the Packers. He was our deep threat guy. He was our speed guy. But he always dropped the ball.
Yeah.
He went to Kansas City. He was the speed guy, but he couldn't catch the ball.
Yep.
What are they going to do with Kadarius Toney? Did they drop him yet?
I don't follow the Chiefs. I'm not even really in football mode yet anyway.
How do you think Kyler Murray, is he happy with the draft?
Of course he is. Dude got MJ.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they might be something to watch this year.
If there has been, I don't know the last time he's a can't miss draft pick. Like, because being in Kentucky here, obviously Ohio State's close. MHJ, that guy, he's better than his dad. He catches the ball in traffic, the route running. I mean, his footwork. And that's what a lot of my Patriot fans. Well, do we want Drake May or do you want MHJ? You're not going to miss on MHJ. The problem is you don't have a quarterback. So who's throwing him the football? You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, he's a can't miss. And most of the time, the receivers that are drafted that high, they're a can't miss, and he is special. And so if Kyler Murray's healthy, I mean, who's their running back? Oh, the Conner, right? James Conner is the Cardinals running back.
He's good.
Yeah, he's a good running back. I don't know who their other receivers are though, because wasn't Hines on them last year?
Are you?
They got Cedric.
Am I drafting who?
Your fantasy draft. Are you drafting?
Now
Marvin Harrison Jr.?
You honestly think I put that out there when our whole entire fantasy football league listens to this? That's really smart of me to just put that out.
First round? Are you picking him up in the first round?
I'm drafting C.J. Stroud first round.
I'm drafting Brock Purdy first round.
You have to.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You
do?
No, I don't.
It's actually a smart play. I mean, it's Brock Purdy. He's going to get your points. That's what got Josh.
Dude, a top 4 quarterback in the league. Why wouldn't you want him in the first?
Why wouldn't you want him? I mean, you took Jalen Hurts last year, dodo head. Why you took him in a
No, it didn't do. You know what though? That didn't do bad for me
in the beginning of the year, and then he realized he was Jalen Hurts, and then in the end, he cost you.
Listen, all it took. You know how many points I got off the tush push. Listen, all they do is got to get it close, and that's an easy 6 points.
Yep.
And according to your list, Brock Purdy is better than Jalen Hurts, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you pick him in the first round?
I've learned some things in the fantasy draft that I'm fixing every year. I'm getting a little bit better every year.
Yeah.
And I've learned you don't draft a quarterback in the first round.
Okay.
Even if it's Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes was great, but fantasy points, he didn't do good. He didn't do great. He did all right.
Some people may draft Josh Allen again in the first round. Dude's got nothing left. He just got Keon Coleman in the draft. But other than that, they have no offense at all.
You know who did really great? Christian McCaffrey. Catching all those touch passes from Brock Purdy.
I guarantee you, Christian McCaffrey is going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, no matter who gets the number 1 pick. And I'm calling it. It's not going to be the same as it was last year.
He's going to get hurt again, like he always does, right?
I'm picking Caleb Williams first round.
There is so much. Like, let's talk fantasy real quick. There's so much unknowns this year. Like, if you think about it, because star receivers with quarterbacks that you don't know about, quarterbacks don't have receivers anymore. Running backs are barely used tight ends, tight end hurt everybody last year. There was 2 good tight ends, and then other than that, it was all wing and a prayer. Fantasy this year it's gonna be it's really gonna be hard to draft. Really thinking about it.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, he's not gonna be the same value with JJ McCarthy there.
Right.
That's not gonna happen.
But then now you look at someone even later on now, Kyler Murray. Does he get better because of MHJ? Do you draft these rookies high? But then you look at the quarterback.
And then even now, because of the quarterback changes, who's the wide receiver for Atlanta?
London, right?
London. Yeah. He'll probably be a better pick this year than he was last year.
I'll be honest with you, if you look, and that's what's crazy about Kirk Cousins. When he was with Stephon Diggs in Minnesota, he was like a Pro Bowl receiver. And then he did it with Justin Jefferson too. It's crazy. Kirk Cousins is just, it's crazy. He's won 1 playoff game in his all his time playing. The dude's made $450 million.
I like Kirk Cousins.
He's just solid.
I do like, and he has won the big games. That's one of the things they always talk about. He's never won the primetime games. The Monday night games.
Right. Yeah.
but he has. It's just
Yeah.
it seems like he hasn't more than has.
Well,
But-
also with Kirk Cousins being in Atlanta, it makes Kyle Pitts relevant too.
It's true. That is true. I forgot about Kyle Pitts.
T.J. Hawkinson in Minnesota, that guy was a beast when Kirk Cousins was there.
It's true. You're right.
So
Well, my
it's
division winner Buccaneers at 9-8 last year now have actually something to worry about in their division is because of Kirk Cousins. He's changed it up.
I can't wait. After watching the NFL draft, I cannot wait for the fantasy football draft. I'm so ready for it. Mainly because I'm ready to win.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to be mean to me all year.
What?
I don't know if I can handle that again.
Dude, when the fantasy football season starts, this show, it's a fantasy football show. That's all we are when that happens. We're an NFL and fantasy football show. That's all we are.
That's all we're doing, huh?
Waiting for it to come back.
Oh, real quick, at the half right now, the Celtics are up 53-36.
Oh, really?
Point lead.
Just put them in the finals. Why even make them play all these games?
I don't know, but Nathan told me that KP got hurt, Kristaps Porzingis, and the Lightning are losing 2-0.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
Yeah, but come on, man.
The Lightning are the best franchise in Tampa Bay, and
In Florida.
bad. Well, no, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the Dolphins? No. The Marlins? Nope. The Rays? Nope. Then you got the Magic? No. It leaves the Lightning.
Oh, you forgot about? Did you say the Jaguars?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, and there's another hockey team. We have the Florida's got more than one hockey team.
Yeah, the Florida Panthers. That's who they're losing. That's who the Lightning's losing to right now.
Yep. I mean, the Florida Panthers are good. They're a good team.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we've covered all the bases. That's a baseball reference, if you didn't know.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. The bases.
We should be good for next Monday as well. We shall see. But until then, I think that's all we got for today. Dave, any last words?
Yes. Long live Brock Purdy.
I knew it.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we gotta go. We can't keep talking about this guy. We give him way too much airtime. We talk about Brock Purdy more on this show than like First Take.
All the San Francisco people do.
Cowboys. It's crazy. All right, y'all. That's all we got. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. Thank you all for being here.
Yep.
God bless. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.